Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Ryan's Falcons going up against Ryan's Falcons.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. They snap it at one. Now Ryan. And his first look is incomplete. Levine Toilolo, the tight end, is intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They'll try and run for the first time with Freeman. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. In motion left goes a tight end. On 3rd down, Ryan. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Claiborne. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Back deep, Taylor Gabriel. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Sanu, the man in motion left. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That good for 19 and a first down.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost. You can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
The slot man in motion right. Here's Coleman. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a third and long here. Sanu, the man in motion right. Third and long. It's Ryan. Connects with Sanu right side. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. So on fourth down, off goes Matt Ryan, and on is another Matt Bryant. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along, or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. In motion is Austin Hooper. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Sanu, the man in motion left. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 67 yards. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So out come the Falcons now. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
A gain of 3, second down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Slot man moves right. On second down, here's Ryan. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That one goes for 36 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath.
But looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. So a minute 55 to go in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. And tough starting field position here. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Gabriel, the man in motion. They'll toss it to Coleman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Sanu, the man in motion left. On third down. That's Coleman, and he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out. Gabriel, the man in motion. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting to run. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but here, let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Gabriel, the man in motion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Sanu, the man in motion right. Now Sham. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Second down following the run. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Now Ryan on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. And the wideout in motion. Ryan gets it off to Freeman. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And it'll be 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Call it a pickup of 7. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Freeman again, a first down carry. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game being on second half no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive there. He hits the reliable target.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
On 3rd down, Ryan. He's got Sanu. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Back now in Atlanta. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Ryan will throw again. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. And he fires one incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays. fire another one into the end zone.
Now Ryan. And that will be incomplete as well.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth down. And this is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Here's Schaub. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it, but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because, you know, the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. And here now come the Falcons. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. Looking downfield for Jones. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So